It's a jump scare from Boots. He's been waiting all day to give me this. He's been there, like, all day. And there he goes. Appreciate it, bud. It's Donkey Kong. You all know it's Donkey Kong. We already have Donkey Kong, I think. I think you get it on Christmas, Toy Day, right? I think that's like you get it in the mail, if I'm not mistaken. He's obtained from the raffle. It's obtained from the raffle, wisp, a treasure hunt, trees when you have good luck, on your birthday. Okay, maybe it's a different game that you get on Toy Day. But we already have Donkey Kong. But hey, I'll get another Donkey Kong. Thank you very much. So I can just go ahead and drop this there. Anyway, happy birthday to me. Am I right? I don't know how long the stream will be. I assume I'm selling my turnips regardless. So I guess it'll be somewhat long. There is an elephant in the room that we have to address, though. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I'm a little speechless still, technically. But let's just, do our little checks here. Is there someone visiting? That's tomorrow. Katrina shows up tomorrow. Yeah, we haven't we haven't had an important visitor in a little bit. It's been a hot minute, is what I'm saying. I mean, like, I'm trying to think. I guess I can look at the schedule. Hold on. I don't even have the spreadsheet open. It's a slow day here, apparently. October 6th? That was the last time we saw Red. And then we saw Red twice the week before, and then another time the week before that. And then Gracie was the week before that, start of September. So we have not seen Gracie in a long time. Which is not great. I was trying to say, like, Grace, like, it's not Grace, like, it's not Gracie, you know? I'm gonna drop these shirts here. They'll come in handy, trust me. I'm not talking to you, Timmy. I don't think... Hello, I'm trying to buy this dumb shirt that I don't need. I don't think I need anything here today. Okay, so... where do I even begin with this? I am still somewhat shocked. Now, for anyone living under a rock, or who's not been on the Nintendo Today app, or who has not been on Twitter, who has not seen this on their YouTube homepage, or however else you get your important news updates, Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing New Horizons next year. Hello. What? Now, months ago predicted, yeah, we won't hear anything about Animal Crossing until 2026. Like, we won't can't expect to see something before 2026. There's nothing coming out this year. Technically, we got a trailer that came out this year, but I was not expecting them to do a Nintendo Switch 2 edition with free updates. Well, actually, sorry, I would maybe expect them to do a Nintendo Switch 2 edition just to like improve performance, even though like even just playing it on the Switch 2 improves load times. I would expect that, but I wasn't expecting like more content, you know? So I'm I'm a little shocked by all this. I don't know what to say. It's a little out there. It's a little like, huh? What? You know? Also, to make matters infinitely funnier, they dropped the trailer on my birthday. Now I'm not trying to make this about myself, but I am spinning the narrative here, okay? I don't know how many people have actually 100%ed New Horizons. I don't know how many of those people have actually legitimately 100%ed New Horizons. Now, technically, you could argue that I didn't 100% it because I didn't scan all the amiibo cards, but I'm sorry that I only have 300-something out of the 400-something. I'm sorry I didn't spend even more money to buy all the amiibo packs so I could open them and get every single card. I'm sorry. Technically, there's other ways that I could get them, but that's not the point. The point is that they're not part of the catalog, therefore they don't count. It's simple. It's very, very simple. The rules are great when you can... Anyway, I'm gonna quickly check the price. I'm not feeling good about it. Okay. Well, this week, it scammed me. No birthday spike for me this week. Unfortunate. And unfortunately, it also went down in price. So we're losing money. We are losing money. Okay, so I'm gonna start selling, obviously. These 3 tickets are useless. I suppose I could have skipped the umbrella today, but whatever. Anyway. So I have turnips to sell. I was really hoping for a spike this week, because it would have hit us, like, we would have hit about, like, 450k. Sorry, 450 mil, which would have been even closer to 500 mil. And again, I have, like, a month and a half to get 100 mil, which is possible, but if we got the spike today, we would have been in a really good spot, I think. So, we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. Obviously, I hope to hit 500, but this week was really gonna do it. But I mean, technically, if we had 2 really good spikes back to back, that would be enough. So it just depends on the prices that we see these next few weeks. I mean, like, this was a raffle week, so it wasn't perfect, and maybe the raffle, the spike is tomorrow, but we'll never know because it's not gonna show it to us. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 weeks, technically. Kinda. The 6th week has the 10th in the middle of it on a Wednesday. So, technically, based on the frequency of which I get spikes on Monday or Wednesday, you would think that I would have it by that week. So 6 weeks is plenty of time, depending on how much money I get. Right, if we look at how much money I usually make, lately, anywhere from like 16 mil to 42 mil, but a lot of them are averaging 25 mil. And 25 mil, it's not like, it's not terrible, but we need to do that like 4 times. We need 4 though, so it's looking bad now. Unless we have a week like this week. Right? Like, I've spent almost 5 mil. If I could spend, like, 5 mil, then, you know, we're making, like, 35 mil. 2 weeks is 70, and then we only need, like, 3 weeks. And that's half the week. So that's, like, on odds. So, depending on the prices and what time I start, like, buying and all that stuff, I think it's still possible to hit it. I was really hoping for this week to work, though, because I think we would have been in a much better position. And I would have been, like, less, ooh, I don't know about this. So maybe I just have to buy harder. Point is, even if I don't hit halfway by the 1 year mark, it's still not like representative of a year. So But yeah, also I was just hoping for a birthday spike. That would have been pretty cool, you know? But yeah, also it's a raffle week, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. But like, chances are it's good. But I also like, based on all my findings so far, like you'd expect a spike to happen on Monday or Wednesday for me. So with those days out, I was already a little ooh about Thursday. Did not have a great feeling about it, but I was at least hoping to not lose money. You know, like if we could have had just like a selling price of 150 something or 160 something, that would have been pretty cool. And we would have made a little bit of profit and restored the money that's missing from the police station acre. But that's not what's in store for us today, so whatever. What do you want? What are you gonna do? I'm just gonna sell my 25 inventories of turnips. That's already inventory 3. Like, this won't be too long, at least. But yeah, so it is my birthday, as the game has pointed out, and we got this New Horizons trailer, which is crazy. And yeah, I mentioned that like my predictions were based off of not expecting an update. But now that there's been an update, who knows when the next game is on the horizon? Get it? Get it? Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here. I have no idea what they're gonna try to do with this. I don't know what's coming next. Now, obviously, like, there's a lot that they showed, and usually when they do trailers like this, they don't include everything. They don't show everything that they're adding. So, like, I can look at this and say, how much do I actually have to go back and get, right? Because obviously I have to go back and do it. There's no question there. It's just how much work is it going to be to go back and do it? Like, how much are they adding that I need to collect? But yeah, the joke here is that it's my birthday, and I am one of... I would say I'm one of the few people that legitimately did it 100%, but that's like... 100%ing it is like a loosey-goosey term, right? Like, I 100% in the catalog. I consider that 100%. I did all the achievements. You know, like, the stuff that it recognizes you doing, except it doesn't even recognize you completing the catalog, mind you. Unlike this game, which is superior in that aspect. Why can't you just give me a star in the category if I have everything? Why do you need me to use a spreadsheet with thousands of items to track everything? Can they secretly add that as a feature in this update? That would be really cool, actually. You never know. It's possible. Obviously, there's a lot of quality of life updates that people have asked for, and there's definitely some that were present here. Anyway, no. So the point I'm trying to make here is that it's so funny that they dropped this on my birthday. They're like, yeah, we did this to troll you. I feel like they're trolling me, you know? Obviously, it's not about me, and they don't know that I exist. Because I'd have so many brand deals. No, no, I mean, I don't think... I just think it's funny. It's a funny narrative for me to play in my head. That, yeah, they did this to mess with me. And they specifically dropped it on my birthday after I started the GameCube Animal Crossing to further troll me. But yeah, I don't know how many people have actually, like, 100%ed it legitimately. I would consider it legitimately, like, not using external sources. And I say that with, like, a very large asterisk next to it, okay? Because, like, I used a couple Friends Islands to help speed things along, and it still took me 4 hours. 4 hours, 4 years is what I meant to say, sorry. You know, like... I every week and near the end, when I was just like waiting to get stuff from Kix, I would check, or I'd have them check their islands as well. And like, I could get another Switch and do that, technically, you know? I know in this game I'm trying to stick to one town, but like, it's a lot different. It's a smaller set of items. It's nowhere near the same. Completely different. But yeah, like, if people go to, like, the Treasure Island or all that stuff, like, I don't consider that legit. Like, you need to get it yourself. And there's lots of ways that you can get these things yourself, and, like, I know that firsthand. Like, I found all these ways. It's like, I looked into it later after, like, when I was reading into the data mining to get a better understanding, but there's a lot of stuff that I discovered, like, well, just from playing, like, with like, oh, if you give gifts to people and they're deemed good gifts, then they would give you back a gift, and it would be a new clothing item from the season. And there's like seasonal pools, it seemed, for that. But then there's also like limits to it, so you couldn't like get like things over a certain limit. So there's like a hat or headwear item that I needed that was too expensive to be given as a gift, so I couldn't get it that way. And then I was using like the boutique, sorry, the boutique in the DLC to like use mannequins to try to get those items and like to match the stuff. You know, like I was doing everything that I could to influence it so that I could get the things I did. Also, all the recipes, like I made 8 characters, and like I would spend ages looking for those bottles on the beach. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would be disingenuous if you watched everything I did to say that I did not legitimately 100% New Horizons. You know? And I mean, they kind of made it easier for a lot of stuff later on. So even if, like, I was cataloging with friends near the beginning at one point, if that's furniture, who cares? You know? I still got all, like, the hard to... Like, I got all the hard to earn furniture myself. And they added the stuff in 2.0 where you could, like, you know, customize with Cyrus. So, like, before, obviously, like, in New Horizons, if you had furniture, basically your store would only ever have one color or variant of it. That's it. Like at the Nook store, that's it. You'd have one. And for items where there's only a couple colors, that's not too bad. But, you know, a lot of them had 8 different variants, right? Which means that, like, you're not going to see them. Now, Red could have them, but that's Red. And, like, he shows up, you know, whenever, and he would have, like, there's so many items in that pool that, like, what are the chances of you getting everything, right? But then they added the Cyrus thing, so then it's like, okay, that makes it so furniture's basically a solved issue. As soon as you get one of the furniture, you can customize it, right? Easy. Super easy. Who cares? No longer a problem. Furniture, I mean, sorry, not furniture. Clothing was still a little iffy, right? Because, like, if it shows up in the Able Sisters, you get everything, but you still needed to show up there. But then you could also use a boutique, which helped. And then, yeah, I tried to, like, do all sorts of weird things to, like, place items in houses using the DLC, like, unlocks. To then, like, give them gifts to, like, displace them to see if I could get it to show up in the recycling bin, but that didn't really work. And, like, I got all the stupid garbage items in one of each one. Like, I did everything by the books as much as I could, okay? So I'm claiming that I legitimately 100% of New Horizons, and I think I'm one of the few to have documented it. I don't know if there's any... I haven't looked, to be honest, but I would say that, like, there's not that many people who've done what I did, I think. At least the way I did it. There's people who, like, you know, speedrun getting all the debts, or, like, the museum, and blah, 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 blah. But, like, what do you want? A little different. Also, I could leave some turnips around the signpost to see if, like, it would get displaced by Katrina, but I don't know if it's worth trying to do that. Probably not, to be honest, unless there's, like, signposts where Katrina usually shows up, which would be these ones, kind of. I think she's often here. Or at least that's where she was last time, so maybe that's not going to be the case. Anyway, it's just funny that, like, yeah, I 100% of New Horizons, I'm working on this game, and they're like, you know what, it's your birthday, let's torture you and say, hey, we're adding new stuff to this game that you deemed done almost 2 years ago. And yes, I finished in April 2024, so it's just over 4 years of me streaming basically every day. Now, towards the end, once I had all of the, like, stuff from daily visitors, or weekday visitors, rather, I stopped streaming on weekends. Wait, sorry, that is not... Wait a second, that is not what I want to say. No, sorry. Once I had all the stuff from weekends, I was good. So essentially, once I had all the items from the recycling bin, because that was the only thing that I could get new on weekends. So I stopped playing on weekends, so I had Saturday, Sunday off, which was cool. Anyway, I think this is just hilarious, but it's also like, wow, I don't know. I still don't have complete thoughts on this. Like, this update drops January 15th. I will have been 13 months into this, right? It'll be over a year. We'll have seen all the specific stuff at that point. In January, we'll be looking for like the 4 winter shirts that I need, assuming I don't get them before then, because like that's probably how it will go, right? So I'll need those 4 shirts, and I'll be working on turnips. You know, that's basically it. And I'll be looking for visitors, unless I somehow complete all that stuff by then, which is incredibly unlikely. But I'll have done all like the basic stuff. And I'll hopefully have like all the Halloween stuff. Hopefully have all the Thanksgiving, Turkey Day stuff, Harvest Festival, whatever you want to call it, Gobble Gobble Day. And I should do the island stuff like maybe next week, next week, or the week after, and hopefully I can get all that stuff then. So like I feel like I'll have a lot of the stuff in this game by that point. And in theory, I could... My problem here, not that I have anything planned for January yet, but my problem is that, like, what if okay, like, I buy turnips on Sunday, I got a spike on Monday. Okay, great. I can now stream both. You know, I can do, like, quick streams in this game and then switch to the other one. Easy peasy, right? But I don't know how much content there's going to be in the new game yet. So that's my problem. But, okay, I don't know if I should get to these thoughts yet or if I should talk about other stuff first. I gotta think. So, like, maybe I'll just talk about what they showed in the trailer. And then we can go from there. So yeah, in the trailer, they showed the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which I don't like care about that much. My Nintendo Switch 2 is not set up by my computer. It's set up at the TV, believe it or not. That's right, I was experiencing absolute bonanza on the TV rather than my computer monitor. My Switch is set up by my computer for streaming. So I'd probably just stream on the Switch version, even though it would be faster and cooler and more, you know? I don't know if I want to move my Switch just to stream it, but I could, in theory. Actually, wait, I have to. What am I talking about? I transferred my island. Okay, well, see, this is why it's nice to talk to yourself and talk out loud, because you can solve these problems when you say them out loud. This is rubber duck debugging. A tried and true principle. So yeah, I did transfer my island. So my island is on my Nintendo Switch 2, and it is there and alive as far as I'm aware. So yeah, I will have to stream with the Switch 2, so I'll have to move that down here and set that up. So that's one thing that I was like, about, but now that's clear. As far as I can see, the upgrade is $5. I assume that's in USD, so maybe the upgrade's $10 here. I don't really care. I was like, I don't want to bother. Honestly, when I saw that, I was like, man, I don't want to move my Switch just so I can stream this game, but I think I have to move the Switch just so I can stream the game. But that's fine. Because, like, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, it has, like, 12-player multiplayer support. Cool, sure, whatever. It has game chat integration. It's got the camera integration, whatever. I don't care, to be honest. It's not really for me, but, you know, it's great for other people. They added the megaphone from New Leaf, where you can, like, use the microphone and shout a villager's name, and they'll tell you where they are. So that's pretty handy-dandy if you're trying to find people. That would make it really nice to, like, deal with pictures, you know, because before it's like, where's this person? They're probably in the museum somewhere. I need to find them and give them a gift so I can get their picture. So, like, that's pretty huge quality of life. But I think, based on the trailer, which, I mean, obviously, they've done this before where they show the trailers, but they don't show all the stuff they're adding to the game, which is my other concern, but we're not going to get there yet. Anyway, so, new item wise, I don't think they added many new items for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I think it's really just the megaphone that they've added. And that's probably just a tool that's available at Nooks, so that's not like a concern. I just have to buy it and then I have it. I think that's it. There's maybe one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. So like, yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 edition is just like you get 4K, looks sharper, you can have more friends on your island, you can do game chat, video chat, you get the megaphone, blah blah blah. I guess the megaphone just because of the microphone, that's why. I guess the Switch doesn't have a mic, and I forget that. I'm so used to Nintendo consoles, or handhelds rather, having microphones that I just assumed the Switch had one, I guess. So yeah, that's like that. Then they're doing the 3.0 update, which is ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but it's like, what? I don't know. I don't know. You know, they said this will be the last update with 2.0, and then they did like a minor fixes after that, but it was always 2.0 point whatever, right? But now we're getting 3.0. And this opens the door, because like they didn't say this will be the last update. It's possible they could just start updating the game more now, right? Like, I have no idea what timeline we're living in right now. These are untreaded waters. Who knows what's happening next? Okay, so I've dealt with this inventory, this acre, and this acre. So I think it's everything just over here right now. And then I think that's it. So yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, 3.0. So again, I'm still like processing everything I saw. The hotel. That's like the first big thing they introduced. I am confused by the intention of the hotel. We already had Happy Home Paradise, right? Where you show up to the island, there's people there, they say, hey, I want this theme. And then you talk to them and you're like, yeah, let's put you on this island and we're going to do all this stuff. And as you play, you unlock more abilities to do stuff. Because like before, you only use the furniture from the themes. And then once you've done like 30 requests or whatever, you get your access to your full catalog. And blah, 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 blah. And you can do all your other cool things. I don't know. I guess I'll move this money after maybe. So yeah, like you unlock stuff, you do those things, and like you make money, and you can trade that, and like there's exclusive stuff there, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's a decorating thing, right? You set up these rooms for people, and then they just go there, and you're like, great, cool, that's the thing. You know, I enjoyed it. I didn't do everything. You could argue I didn't 100% it because I didn't do every single villager's request. But you could literally just put them in a empty house and leave, and it would be considered done. So I don't see any point in doing that. And I got the max rank, so like, it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm going with. So, yeah, it's I just don't understand. It looks conceptually very similar, right? Like, you have a room, you decorate it, people show up, you get a new currency that can be used to get exclusive rewards. That part all seems very similar. Now, obviously, they're like taking from City Folk, kinda. And maybe it was a New Leaf too, but like, it looks like your hotel guests can roam your island. Now, in like City Folk, if you went to the city, you just see all sorts of villagers just walking around there, right? So it's kind of like that. Like they'll stay in your hotel, but then they'll be around your island and interact with it. And like it's obviously different because the DLC is very disconnected, right? You fly away, and whatever's there is not relevant to your island, right? And like, I guess it's like similar to the campsite, but like, does this replace the campsite? Like, because I don't know, you know, like, it seems like people just would naturally show up in the hotel, but you could also use the Amiibo cards to invite them to the hotel. So like, I don't understand that aspect. Because, like, does it replace the campground? Can you have both? Like, can you invite people from the hotel to your island? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions. And I'm just not sure how exactly it functions. So, I mean, just from, like, a conceptual level, I don't understand what their angle is here. Because it's, like, the same as it's very similar to the DLC, in theory. That's all I'm getting at. Now, I do like that they're bringing back Captain's family. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, I mean, some people online I've seen that they're like, yeah, but what about the minigames? And sure, that's fair. The minigames are pretty cool. I would like to see those back too, but maybe, you never know, right? Probably not, but again, you never know. But yeah, I like to see that, like, Captain's family's back. They got, like, exclusive items, which is pretty cool. It looked like a pretty long list of items, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It looked a little, ooh, that's a lot, you know? But I couldn't get a good look at, like, how many there were. I could, like, rewatch the trailer and look at the scroll wheel and be like, yes, if that's the size of the scroll bar, then, like, you could assume, you could infer that there's this many. And I don't know, like, how expensive they'll be, so I don't know how much of a pain it will be to get that currency. So, like, the hotel, I think it's cool in concept. Like, sure, just it's a free way. I saw some people speculating that maybe this is, like, a mechanic they're going to use in the next game. And that they're, like, you know, testing the waters here to see how it's received or, like, how they can improve on it in the future. This could be an experiment for the next game. I mean, like, I was saying, like, let's have, like, multiple, like, I don't know. My idea was, like, multiple towns, and you could, like, get resources and, like, set up, like, transport between the towns, so you could, like they'd be, you'd have to, like, you know, I don't know. I had this whole, like, thing, like, you could make cars and customize cars, and you get a froggy car, and you could, like, drive to, like, another town, but, like, you'd have to, like, do work to, like, clear the way and make roads and stuff. That's kind of what I said. But then people are saying this hotel idea, and then, like, it could be used with, like, apartments. And this is all speculation. Mine's just, like, a funny idea of, like, where else could they take this, like, crafting and building up a community idea. But, yeah, I mean, if you had a hotel and you did, like, apartments, I could see how that could be cool. But, like, I don't think it would really be very Animal Crossing. I feel like if you're just, like, in a city, in apartments, and you didn't have, like, a town or island, I don't think that seems Animal Crossing to me. It seems too... I don't know, it doesn't seem right. It seems like it's missing the mark. So, yeah, I don't know about that idea in particular. But, yeah, I just don't understand the hotel angle because it seems very similar. But maybe there's more mechanics that we aren't seeing or being shown that, like, make it a little bit different. But whatever. So that's one thing. They showed something about, like, crafting and using, like, items, and I don't know if you can get new recipes. The recipes didn't look new, but maybe there are new ones where you could, like, give crafted items to Captain to, like, get things. But they subtly showed that you could do bulk crafting in that interaction. They had a number on the crafting thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're telling me I could pick all my flowers and just craft them all at once? So I could have even more money, no problem? That's pretty cool. I probably want to get more money in game because, like, I'm gonna need to spend some, and I like to have, you know. Okay, so this should be enough money to fix that acre up. Where did I buy from? Oh, I used money from, like, here to buy, like, here and here, and then I bought here. And I bought here and here. I think that's it. I guess we had a large price. That's why I'm like, is that all we bought from? That's too many. So again, that's 15, that's 9, and then we drop 6 here. So yeah, bulk crafting is pretty crazy. The cap and stuff, cool. And then they showed, like, the Lego collaboration items, which is, I like that. That's pretty cool. And they showed Zelda collaboration items, which is pretty cool. They showed Splatoon, which, I mean, I don't really care about, to be honest. And they showed that you can play, like, classic games on, the classic consoles now, if you have, like, online, which is pretty cool. Very similar to, like, what you can do in this game. So I like that. That's pretty darn cool. You can upgrade your storage 2 more times for a total of 9,000. You can store trees and bushes and flowers in your storage, which is pretty wild. That's pretty crazy, to be honest. And they, like, expanded Rossetti's abilities so he can do more stuff. I don't know if they're gonna add, like, secret DIYs that are just, like, normal to the game, you know? That's my concern. They always add random stuff, right? Like, I don't know, I feel like every update they've been like, here's the new stuff we're adding, also there just happens to be all this extra stuff. Like, I can't remember exactly, and I could be remembering wrong, but I feel like 2.0 added, like, extra DIYs to a couple of the seasonal things. Or maybe that was a different update earlier, and I was just like, here's more stuff. Actually, yeah, I think 2.0 did it. And I'd be like, oh, I need to get 1 or 2 more things during this time of year. And I was just like, oh, okay. Sure. So, like, I don't know. Like, I'm concerned. I don't know what they're signing me up for here. Yes, they are signing me up. I'm not signing up for it. I've been auto-enrolled. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that also are in the trailer that I think I'm probably forgetting, but, like, that's the gist of it. I also like the Slumber Island. I think that's cool. It's a cool feature. You could have, like, I always thought that you should be able to use Nook Miles to unlock extra islands that you could have and decorate and get villagers on. This is not quite what I was suggesting, but it's close enough that it's still pretty cool. You know, like, you can save, like, 3 islands, and you could, like, create them with friends. I think that's cool if you're into that. I probably won't do it unless I need to. But yeah, like, I have a lot that I'm gonna have to do, that's for sure. And they're, like, adding Splatoon villagers and Zelda villagers. That's kind of cool. They haven't done that in a long time. I feel like they're doing a lot of cool things here. Those collab items are a bit of a problem, though. If they're in that, I assume they're not going to be in the catalog, so I guess I'm fine, but you never know. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know how many things they're adding outside of what they showed, and I don't know if there's any sort of, like, schedule that would be imposed by me trying to get these things, right? Like, I assume they're not adding a new weekly visitor. That'd be ridiculous. Although they completely changed the way the weekly visitors work in 2.0, and they changed everything about it. And they added the stuff at Harv's. So, like, that's... Anyway, so, like, I don't know what else they're gonna add, right? Like, and how much I need to stream. Like, could I stream every day, or could I stream, like, every amount of days trying to work on it? Like, I assume... Like, I kind of want to do it on the first day. Because that just seems right. Based on everything I've done up until this point. But I just don't know, like, how often I'm going to have to stream. Because then I'm going to be streaming both of these at the same time. And if I'm doing big on turnips, I'm going big on turnips, rather. You know, that's like 2 hours on a Sunday, then 2 hours during the week, maybe, if I get a spike. Or like half an hour for a day like today. So, I don't know, it's a lot of time, then be like, okay, I'll do this stream and then I'll stream the other part later. Like, I'm not doing back-to-back streams. I'm like, hold on, let me just switch games. I'll stop the recording, start the recording, and then, like, you know, do the next one. Like, no, that's crazy talk. So yeah, I'm just really unsure how much work it's gonna take. Like, obviously the hotel, like, I assume, like, they stay for, like, a couple of days. And you probably get, like, money when they leave. Yeah, and if you get money only when they leave, and like I don't know how long they'd be there for, so it's not like I can just buy tons the first day, unless you can get tons of currency from crafting stuff with Cap'n, right? Like if I can do that, then I can obviously push that, and I guess it'll like be kind of like the Nook Miles, where it's just like random things that you get asked for. So I mean, there's a lot that we have to like wait and see how it's gonna work. Real quick though, that's 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, and this is 2, 4, 6. So that's 36. That makes 41. That makes 53. That's 7. That's 60. This is not in the nice pattern that I normally do it. But there you go. That should be 64. The museum's already good, as we know, so that's cool. This acre's rough. To be honest, that's 5, that's 10, that's 12. That makes 15. That's getting there. I mean, I guess that's all the money, right? I think that's all the turn-up, except for the 2 bunches of 10 that I need to deal with. But, like, all the stuff here is gone. All the stuff here is gone. But yeah, I'm really not sure. It seems like the advertised main source of new items are the exclusive items from running the hotel. Doesn't seem like there's another set of like, you know, but like they could add new furniture items, right? They could be like, ah, here's just a bunch of new furniture sets. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. And I feel like that's kind of what they did with 2.0, right? They added like exclusive items and they added just a bunch of like new items as well. So it's possible we could see like the return of old furniture sets or series that we haven't seen in a long time. Also, sorry, hold on. That's 15, right? That's 15. That makes 9, so that's 24. So we need one more. Okay, cool. Pick these up. I could do multiple streams tomorrow to get the raffle out of the way earlier, but I don't think that, like, saves me enough time to be worth it, you know? I guess Gulliver will be there tomorrow. Because we haven't seen him all week. Okay, so yeah, this acre's very low on money. Which is not great, but... yeah, we need a spike and we need to fix this at some point. Hopefully next week. I guess that's 2 weeks where I haven't got anything in a row. I was due for that after all my good luck, though, right? I did have a pretty crazy run going there. It was too good. Anyway, yeah, like, I'm excited, kind of, but also, like, bruh, I was done with this, and you said you weren't updating it. But I'm not, like, I'm not mad. I'm just, like, they're trolling me, you know? But I'm a bit of a masochist, so it's not a terrible thing, you know? So, I mean, we get bulk crafting. Who knows what other stuff they're adding, right? Like, they didn't even, like, they showed that you could bulk craft, but they didn't mention it, you know? Like, they're like, look, you can do it. Ooh. It wasn't like they're like, hey, this is here now. Oh, shoot. It's my birthday. I mean, I knew it was my birthday, but... I wasn't thinking about getting letters in the mail on my birthday. I should check that out. Imagine how I get something new. That'd be pretty cool. Let me save some letters, and then get those letters. That's the snowman section. This is the home section. That's all red. That's Nook. That's home. That's like a unique one, I guess. Let's just put that there. I don't know. I guess I can just put that there. I don't know why I save letters. This is like unnecessary, to be honest, but so yeah. I don't know. We're gonna see. Like, I guess my plan is to probably stream on the first day, but I don't know if I'll do daily or not. Like, I just don't know if it's necessary for me to do daily, I guess. I guess that's it, right? Anyway, let's see. Okay, that's a pretty simple birthday message. I don't know what they give you. I guess I could have got more if I had emptied my mailbox, but I'm a fool who didn't think about that. No, I don't want to make a deposit. I wish I could make deposits today, to be honest. I was really hoping for a spike. I'm not gonna, like, be bummed by not getting a spike. I wish it happened, you know? So these are, like, Valentine's. That's nothing. Those are just, like, random ones that aren't, like, categorized, I guess. So this is Valentine's. So we can put, like, birthday ones here. That's, like, the same thing. It's not the same thing at all, but whatever. But yeah, this is, like, a longer stream because we're doing, like, turn-ups, but it's also good because I have a good chance to talk about the New Horizons update. Okay, so that's, like... And then what is this? This is also from home. This is, like, another fruit. Papa Bear? Okay, and then for my birthday... I got a birthday cake. Ooh! Forgot about that. Too many things in here. Happy birthday. Forgot about that. Imagine if I didn't get that in the mail. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. So that's one thing. Oh, Big Bro shirt. That's crazy. Imagine if I got a shirt I needed. It's not happening, by the way. Wow, an umbrella. Okay, is it worth even checking these things? I know I don't. I know I have a detour arrow. And this. I also have that. Cabana Vanity, that's the only one I really... That's why I was like, maybe I should check just in case. Cabana Bed is the only one I need, so I don't need that. Obviously, I have the Big Bro shirt. Okay, so all that's junk. Do not need any of that stuff. I wonder if I'll get, like, the rest of the birthday stuff in the mail if it only happens, like, at the beginning of the day. I don't know if, like, everyone sends you stuff, right? But I'll sell this stuff off now just so I have clean inventory for tomorrow. Now again, tomorrow is Halloween, so this is going to be like one of the biggest streams lately. Because I feel like this could go for a very long time if I'm unlucky. I have like 75 pieces of candy, which means I can find Jack 75 times if I need to. And if I need to, that's going to take a very long time. But we have to be prepared for every case, you know? So like... yeah, we're gonna use all this if we have to. Could be good, could be bad. You never know. You never know. But yeah, we got a raffle tomorrow. Hopefully we can get at least one new raffle thing. Hopefully we get all the Halloween things. And yeah. Is Lucy home? No, she's not. I was just gonna try to like talk to someone to see what they say about my birthday, but I need to find someone to do that. Forgot, I haven't talked to like many people lately, so they were like, oh my gosh, you caught every fish? You caught every bug? That's crazy. Also, Katrina's here tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna bother or like what. I guess it depends on if I have to keep playing that long. If I have to keep playing that long, I'll probably do it. Anyway, it's like 50 minutes. I sold off my turnips at a slight loss. Whatever. So hoping for a spike this week, but you can't win them all. I've been winning too much lately. They need to bring me back to reality with this one. But yeah. So in game, I got the birthday cake. So like that's obviously a birthday item. I still need like 4 carpets and 4 walls. I need 17 shirts, 8 of the tools. Those are all pinwheels, 21 gyroids, and then all the furniture that I have left. There's only 5 regular furniture items I need, and they're all like tied to events, and I've got them on my other towns. So it's like I can almost see all the furniture I need without scrolling, actually. It's only one column that I can't. The other ones I can see everything. But once I get some of the spooky stuff, that column will be fixed and I'll be able to see everything. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we got like event items. A couple more like the... couple more of like these quick event items, right? It's like birthday, Halloween, and then, like I've said, we have this next week, and then this the following week, and then we have the fishing tourney, and then we have Harvest Day and Sale Day, and then we also have Snow Day, and then we have Toy Day, and then we have the actual Toy Day, and then that's when I'll have all this stuff, because I didn't realize it was 10 to 6 last year when I did this, so I missed that stuff, and that's 2 items, so... I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Also, there's like all the code items that I haven't got. I'm kind of saving those till the end, but maybe like after a year, I'll just put the code items in. I'm not decided on that yet. I know there's like no hard limit. Look, I got the little weather vane. Do you have to talk to everyone before the weather vane shows up? Is that actually a thing? Because that's kind of crazy. Or do I just not notice it? But I did not notice a bug for a while. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put the codes in. I know there's like a limit of 3, but that's 3 per play session. You can put as many in as you want in the day as long as you just keep reloading. Or saving and reloading, rather. So, I could get like those 10 items. I say 10. I don't know how many there are actually offhand. There's a wall and a floor. And there's like the question mark block. That's 3. There's a brick block. That's 4. Coin is 5. I think like Donkey Kong 3 and Donkey Kong Jr. makes 7. There's a fire flower which makes 8. Flagpole, green pipe. Is Ice Climber in game? It is, right? Oh no, in Animal Crossing you can't get a code for it. So it doesn't exist. Why do I have this in my spreadsheet then? Am I a fool? Okay, so like that's not legit. Then there's a Koopa shell. Mario Bros. Is Mario Bros legit? Are those the 2 that are fake? I guess I'm getting confused. I kept saying that like I think my spreadsheet's inaccurate because I have like stuff that shouldn't be there. Yeah, Mario Bros is also unobtainable. It was only legitimately obtainable in Double Single Mario Plus. Okay, so like Mario Bros and Ice Climber are not legit items in game. I think they exist in the files, but you cannot legitimately obtain them. So that's two more things out. There's a Nintendo bench. I think that's another code. There's the Starman, the Super Mushroom. So yeah, there's still like a deep. I think Wario's Woods, is that code only? Oh no, you get it from the island. That's right. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I can get. So maybe it'd be nice to use all the codes by the end of the year, just so it'd be like, hey, this is all the stuff that I have left after 1 year, just to get like even more accurate numbers. I think that'll probably go with that. I was thinking of doing them at the end, but I think at like a 1 year mark, I think it's a good place to do it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up, or should I look at like Twitter and review the Animal Crossing stuff maybe real quick? I'm gonna. Okay, let me just scroll through the Animal Crossing World Twitter page because they have all the stuff here. So like they announce, they say that, then you have the resort on your island. You can decorate guest rooms to unlock new furniture and clothing with hotel tickets, invite guests, and dress up mannequins. You get extra storage upgrades. You can store new stuff there. Resetti will clean up areas, your beach or your whole thing. There's the Slumber Island feature, which I don't know, whatever. And then they have Lego, Zelda, Splatoon, through Amiibo and shopping. Bulk crafting. Do they have like a blog post just for... No, they don't have one yet. Okay, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long that's gonna take me to get. Like, I don't know how long the items will take. I don't know, like, what kind of... I don't know. I don't know the magnitude of what they're adding. And that's what I'm concerned about. It deceptively looks pretty simple. Like, hey, just do the hotel stuff and get the new stuff. But you never know. So, I don't know. We'll see. Because if there is new stuff, there'll be, like, no source for me to get it. Unless, like, it's somehow added. Like, it would need to get back added to the DLC, right? Because if you do the DLC, you get the stuff and then you could order it. Like, if you targeted specific characters, then you could get that stuff. But, like, if they're not backporting that stuff, then that's not going to do anything for you. So, like, maybe they won't add much new furniture. But if they do, then I'm kind of cooked and I have to just get it through the store. Maybe they'll secretly add an upgrade to the Nook store and we can get Nookingtons. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have no idea what they're going to give us here. Like, there could be extra stuff. They do that. Also, it was already a 12-minute video. Like, that's a lot. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe we'll get more details in the weeks to come, or we'll just see all in January. But we got like 2.5 months to deal with that. Anyway, that's it for my birthday stream today. I got a birthday cake. Did not get a spike. I got some random stuff in the mail, but nothing new. No Gulliver, so I guess Gulliver's here tomorrow. Katrina's there tomorrow. Halloween's tomorrow. The raffle's tomorrow. It's all tomorrow, okay? So, yeah. So I don't know. I assume I'll just stream sometime after 6 p.m. and I have no idea how long it will go. And you know, there's only one way to find out. So we'll just wait and see how it goes tomorrow. Um, I I still don't have like a I don't know what to say about the New Horizons thing. I think it's great for the community. I don't know what it means for like the next game, because I was saying we'd get news about the next game like sometime next year, but now we're getting this next year, and I don't know if this is just to tide people over or if this is saying like, hey, give it more time. Like, I was kind of thinking like maybe we'd hear about it late 2026, and then I don't know if we'd even get it. But now maybe we'll get a trailer for the next game late next year, and it'll come out late 2027, or it'll all just be 2027. Who knows? Who knows? We'll just wait and see how it goes. Crazy thing to wake up to this morning, though, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow for Halloween. It's gonna get spooky up in here. Anyway, I've been yapping way too much. My throat's starting to bug me a bit, so I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.